And hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Just a couple quick things we had to fix really quick. But couple quick announcements before we get started, as usual. There is going to be a giveaway at the break. However, because we actually did hit 100, or sorry, not 100, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is unreal, we're actually going to be giving away this awesome dice bag at the break. So make sure you stick around for that. We're going to have that coming up. If you haven't figured out or you haven't seen it yet, like we kind of talked about, our sessions are now via podcast format. So anywhere you get your normal podcast, we're still working on Apple podcasts, but Spotify is one that we use, and then also Anchor and a couple others. So look into that in your free time if you guys want to listen to us on podcasts. Through the use of channel points and bits, as per usual, you can have an impact on our game. So if you look into the channel points menu as you're kind of going through stuff, you will see that there is an option to add or subtract a +1 or a -1 modifier to the rolls as we're kind of going through. And then there's also a couple things for bits and stuff like that. I've also fixed the sound alerts app, so you should be able to actually play around with that little application overlay, so have fun with that. Otherwise, that's all I really have for announcements from my side of things. Ashley, what do you guys got going on?
Let's see. As you guys know, Icewind Dale is soon. We had our final session 0 this Tuesday, so we will be starting next Tuesday officially. I got some other stuff in the works, so next announcement, I got some other stuff I want to announce. But the Empower Hour is going to be officially on Sundays, about 8:30, 8:20, 8:30. I'll send out the announcements. And of course, we have our amazing artist who is doing so many of our beautiful battle maps, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. So check out Foxy Maps. And For me, that's all we really have. Our interview will be posted this Saturday, and we will have Charles Bates from Man Shorts. He is a hilarious comedian, D&D skit thing. So I'll post that up this weekend. And that's it. Ben?
Awesome. And Ben, what do you got going on?
All right. So prolonged silence. I finally got in touch with my media. Should have new episodes a new episode of the podcast over at the Collective Raw coming up. And then we are actually set to interview Matt Forbeck on Saturday, if everything to plan and volleyball does not ruin everything. But yeah, so I'm excited. We're going to be talking about his new book, Shotguns and Sorcery. So if you haven't checked it out, check that out.
Awesome, will do. And unless anybody has any last minute questions, no, cool. I think we'll get started here. So, to fill everyone in, last we left off, our adventurers arrived in the city of Nulgrim, home to Shirley Went, who is also the son of the Duke, Dotrin Went. After some shopping around and meeting up with the non-kind, you actually were led into a back chamber of a local inn in what the district known as Middle Nulgrim. And you were invited to join a kind of ragtag local, I say ragtag, but it's a local monster hunting guild known as the Hand of Justice. And through their different exploits and stuff like that, they were able to pay a pretty good price for the killing of various monstrosities throughout the lands. And not only that, a lot of the contracts they take on, generally speaking, are can be fairly dangerous, but you usually have to gather some sort of trophy from these particular creatures when you slay them. The one that you guys are actually tasked to take down in order to be initiated finally into the guild is known as a Trex, and it's been known to be wandering the plains north of Nulgrim, and you were informed that this particular creature had a lot of very sharp teeth and a rather large head, along with a very large tail, but kind of short arms. A very powerful creature, though. After which, you guys all met with Shirley's father, and you guys learned of an impending attack on the town of Chesterfield by some very strange humanoids and very weird creatures with multiple eyes that appeared to almost be an organized force. he instructed you guys to make your way there before nightfall the next day. You do know that it's going to take you probably the better part of a full day to get there, maybe even a little bit longer, unless you guys find a way to get there pretty quickly. Because there's a fear of an impending attack due to the fact that one of the other local nearby townships was actually just overrun recently, and that's actually where we left off. You guys are actually just right now outside of the kind of rear antechamber of what is kind of like the great hall of this of Castle Offshell, and you guys had just left some of the personal effects of the messenger that you guys found on the road with one of the for 1 second with
Lady Vet.
yeah exactly, and like she's in here somewhere. Yes, with Lady Chiton just now, and she kind of took all that stuff, and you guys are what do you guys like to do? It is currently night right now, where you guys arrived kind of like in the afternoon. It's now kind of come down to nightfall. It is up to you what you guys would like to do now.
I would like to go find. There were survivors from like the garrison or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go talk to them and get what information I can from them.
Yeah, sure. So they currently are. Yeah, they're. As far as like where the actual the Crimson Regiment is being, there is a kind of a on the castle grounds where you guys can kind of go up and find where these barracks are. Keep in mind, it's one of those situations where you also know the general kind of forces that you have at the disposal of the castle itself, and the group that has kind of been augmented as a result of kind of making their way back from that attack. There isn't many. There's you actually you recognize a couple of individuals. You actually see Captain Friedrich Reichel, which is one of the kind of would normally be kind of in a position of leadership, especially in a situation where kind of a local city or little small hamlet kind of watch kind of thing would kind of like be like the captain of a particular regiment there. It's only really him and a couple of his other soldiers that have kind of made their way back here at this point. And he kind of, after kind of like asking around a little bit, it's not too hard. You know the grounds yourself pretty well. You actually do find him, and he greets you. Hi.
Then we're going to see to the defense of Chester. Turned, but any information you can give us about the attackers, their tactics, or
Over me, I'd say you gotta bring at least like 3 times the amount of folks that you guys got coming with you. Now, my men and I can go with you, but it's the force we saw was fairly large. There's a number of these kind of different individuals with different skills. Generally all kind of dwarf looking, but not unlike your friend here. But very pale. Very strange. A number of our attempts to kind of stave them off with, we had a couple of individuals who were blessed with some forms of magic in their study, and it just, nothing took hold. There was nothing we could do to kind of like stop them other than just brute force. And I mean, these are pretty hardy individuals. We took some losses, they took some, but it got to the point where we just had to flee. They also had these very strange creatures. I never seen anything like it. They weren't that big. I mean, there was one larger one, but they weren't so big. They're only about this big, but you stared at them, or if they looked at you just right, like you almost froze in place, like you couldn't move. Some of my men were just flown in the air and off into the distance. I couldn't explain it.
Was this due to were they mounts or were they more like dogs?
No, they're like almost like they're pets to an extent. Almost like they had some innate ability to control them, or at least they pled fealty in some way to the... I don't really know exactly how to explain it.
It's useful. And they had some sort of magical abilities, these creatures? Would you describe it as like a fear or you said an ability to sort of...
It all depends. There was times where, like I said, they like had the ability to kind of like freeze them in and like, I don't know how to explain exactly how they did it, but they weren't frozen. They like seized up, like they almost couldn't move. They were almost like in a daze or something like that, and they like slowed down. There were some that men just fleed right away. I mean, others, to an extent, like were like hit with this kind of like cold beam. Some of my men were able to get away, but others lost limbs, and like I said, they had the ability to kind of like pick us up and throw us to an extent. And they were only this big.
I thank you for your service, and this information is very useful. You know, be that they're resistant to magic, each to their own. All useful information.
These men too, I don't know how to explain it either, but they had this ability to kind of grow. Now, they only did it for a little while, or sometimes they just disappeared. There were some cases where the attacks all of a sudden started from inside the town. We didn't even know they're there. I mean, we tried to work our way to take care of them, but it all happens... I'm sorry, it happened really fast. We weren't prepared, because how could we have been prepared for something that we can't see?
What did they want there?
I don't know. It seemed like they were looking for something. I assume they didn't find it. They chased us out. They almost like set up camp there, and I don't know how to explain it. They took hold of the small town, or the small little hamlet there, and chased us out, and then not long in our kind of trek back here, we could see their forces kind of moving towards Chesterfield. Like I said, it's
odd situation all around.
Yeah.
But I will definitely take any...
Uh-oh.
knowledgeable. Uh-oh, did I go out, or?
Yeah, you're cutting
He's
out. Things happen.
Live streaming.
Mm-hmm. We're doing it live. Oh, Ben's really stuck now.
Must
Hey,
have
Ben, we're gonna do something.
Wi-Fi
Okay.
library.
Hold on one sec.
Yeah, we'll be right back, guys. We're gonna try and fix Ben's camera, but we'll be right back. So hang tight. And we're back. Thanks for dealing with us, guys. We figured it out. So yeah, you were just talking to our pal Friedrich. And so we'll just kind of pick up where we left off. One thing I should mention: there's some of them were just kind of like grunts, and then there seemed to be almost like a hierarchy. Like some of them were stronger than others. Some of them had these like kind of abilities to kind of like some of the men said they peered into their minds. Either way, it's they're not just your normal kind of foot soldiers. There's something going on there.
Good to know. Organized force, to say the least. So.
Yeah. And who knows if there's more? I don't know. It's
unknown number. But we know they have magics. We know they are somewhat resistant to it. And they're organized. So there's no rabble we face. Well, as I said, Captain, get your men, get yourself some rest. On.
We'll do. We'll see you in the morning.
All right. Can I make a history check to see what I know about or Chesterfield, like what strategic importance they would have to...
You don't even really need to make a check on that because
that's good.
You know these. Yeah, I know, right? With a 6? No, I'm just kidding. No, because you've grown up in this land and you know that Chesterfield, based on like kind of the dealings with your father, it's mainly a farming town. They provide some of the crop yields and stuff like that to not only Nulgrim but some of the other settlements that are actually in this area north. Because while Nulgrim gets a lot of their supplies and a lot of like their resources from the main city down Theoba, it's not like they can't only have that. They do have to create some sort of their own. They have to create their own sustenance to an extent. So that and do her the other town there. Sorry, so much to do.
That's okay. Yeah. So Chesterfield.
So, but mainly with Chesterfield, they are, and like a lot of the other small little hamlets are mainly a farming community.
Okay. All right. So that's their main. So whatever applies to either the capital or to us, and then cut us off from the south. So. So has anyone else in the party? I will relay that information to everyone. Church.
So you're relaying that information to everybody, and you're asking if they knew anything about the creatures and stuff?
Yeah. We're going to face. They're, dwarf. They have some sort of, like pets with them that have an ability, have magical ability.
Yeah. Everyone, if you don't mind, go ahead and give me a history check.
Sure.
Juliet, you can do so at advantage.
Oh, okay.
If you can make your dice work. Too many dice.
I got them to work, though.
Yeah, you got it to work. So, Maury and Juliet, you actually both know, based on the description of these individuals, you know that these are likely some sort of organized force of Duragar that have based on, and you especially, Juliet, for you the DC is actually a little bit lower. You know that this particular kind of force is one you have heard about. It's part of a much larger Duragar kind of society and kind of army, generally speaking. So it's concerning that this particular regiment is kind of like wandering around, just kind of like causing a ruckus just in general, because that means that it's been brought to the attention of probably a larger individual in that Duragar kind of hierarchy. So whether or not that means there's more to it than this, you're not sure. But you do know that like these Duragar with these, what you would know, Julia, as gazers,
They're
Kind
dark,
of
dark dwarfs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you do know of this kind of particular regiment of these Duragar, and
So the regiment is called the Gazers?
Yes.
I'd be in the regiment called the Geezers.
I mean, you're a geezer now.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd be in that regiment.
So Shirley, I mean, I know this is your pa asking this, and you'd like to go help, but I mean that guy right there said he sent a whole regiment out, and they couldn't do it, and we would need 3 times the amount. I'm just saying there ain't no education in the second kick of a mule, so I just want to make sure we're doing something we can actually do.
May I say something, Moron?
You always
That's-
go ahead.
I think you're right, because there was people that got sent out, and what makes us any different? But I know a little something about them, so we may have a little knowledge on our hands. We might know how to work around this. I would like to get to the bottom of why are all these creatures from my homeland and all these humanoids coming to the surface.
Because you're here. You've been the cause of all of our problems.
Let me ask Timic directly. Actually believe this, like, Timic, do you actually think that Juliet is the cause of this? Like, you think
I
they can be
live-
following her?
A peaceful life in the woods for decades. She comes around, you got theaters on fire, people being murdered, werewolves. None of this happened until she came around. That's just my view. I don't know if Nulgrim had kind of
I also
situated
came
beforehand.
around.
Yeah, but
And-
she's the one that is from the same place as these Duragar. And those spectators we fought.
Are you done, Timic?
I don't know, is my answer satisfactory, Shirley?
I can see why you might think that.
I clearly thought the bagpipes was cursed, but they're not.
Well, he'll have a cool set now.
I was gonna say.
It's worth it.
But I've had an idea. Information that I expected face these Durgar, but we could, depending on both Juliet and Timic's creature handling skills, maybe we could have an ace up our sleeve.
What are you thinking?
I mean, we are just supposed to get a tooth, but if we could bring that, these creatures,
You talking about that Trex thing?
yeah. If we could catch that, it's north of town too, correct?
They said it was up north.
If we leave now, we might be able to catch it and bring it against.
You
It's an
want
idea.
to unleash this Trex into Chesterfield?
If this is more than raids we can deal with, we are not prepared for war.
You think that
Nulgrim we can
people are
defend.
prepared for a Trex roaming around, eating their livestock?
Sacrifice Chesterfield itself, but that's on me. That's my decision. I want to get as many people out as we can, obviously, but if we can do this, I mean, does that seem... This is not something in my wheelhouse. So I'm asking...
We would still need to kill it.
Maybe the Durgar would kill it. And then we just grab a tooth.
Julia.
So make people work for us and we get paid and we get the job done. I see what you're saying. I like the way you think, Red. Less work for us, more work for them, but we get paid. Yes, Timmick.
And... Go ahead.
Would these Durgar have the same aversion to light as you, being from the Underdark?
If they're new to the surface, yes, they should.
It was mentioned that they attacked at night.
So maybe we bring the fight during the day.
Ambush
That could
them.
work as well.
Instead of them attacking at night, we surprise them when the sun is high in the sky.
Also, I was thinking they have an apparent resistance to magic, right?
That's what he said.
To what degree that is, I'm unsure. But how many people are resistant to fire? Hassle for defenses.
Yeah.
Bring that. We can deny certain areas of the battlefield as well.
In my experience, fire burns everything. But I lived in the woods.
So, between...
When do we start this adventure?
We have to... So, the estimates of our advisors is that they're going to hit Chesterfield tonight. Or tomorrow night. Most likely tomorrow night. They probably can't get there today. But that means they'll have to move quick and we'll have to move a little bit quicker.
Is it possible for us to even get to them before tomorrow night?
We can get to Chesterfield. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask, say a prayer that we can maybe add this Trex to our before then. But we can definitely reach Chesterfield before nightfall.
I got nothing I'm doing.
You're not going to go put a fancy dress on and go burn down another theater?
Timmick, for the last time, I did not burn down the theater. I put on a fancy dress. I went to the theater to go see a show, and it just happened.
Luckily, I was there to stamp out the fire.
I mean, I'm not denying that. Yes, you did an amazing job, and I was very happy to see you. But you can't keep blaming me for the fire.
You can blame me for the next fire that happens. And with that, I'm going to go and start requisitioning some oil. Basically, the garrison know that we're leaving in advance and they should leave on time to get there at least by daylight or shortly thereafter.
Okay.
We want to acquire as much flammables as we can.
It certainly couldn't hurt.
I would ask whoever's in charge of the garrison there if they have better armor for me.
As far as anyone at the garrison, you do, Shirley, you're able to kind of refer him over to Lieutenant General Lyra Hume, who is a blonde-haired human individual. She's actually one of the kind of like second in command underneath General Davdov, in addition to Lieutenant General Stebrin Davies, who you also know. Stebrin typically holds position up at the Cloudspire Citadel, so he's kind of like unavailable, basically, at the time, based on the information your father gave you. But
Okay.
General Lyra Hume is there, and she kind of is able to. What are you looking for?
Well, something that makes me harder to hit than a gnat at nighttime.
Well, well, what are you currently wearing?
Just this chainmail here.
I mean, I might be able to find you something. Hold on. What is it in particular that you're looking for?
I mean, whatever. The only other options I could get were splinter or plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask if it was a chain shirt or if it's like chain mail.
It's chainmail that I have now.
Okay.
Probably got some free full plate lying around for you.
Yeah, exactly. No worries there.
It is a kingdom. I think I got something.
She isn't able to. She does able to get you what is typical standard Crimson Regiment attire, which is a set of splint mail that she is able to acquire for you. And because of your relationship with Shirley, she's able to just give it to you. No issues there. She's also able to, at your request, give you a few more hand axes as well, should you need them. Is there anything else that you guys would like to get from? There's pretty much most standard equipment as far as weapons and stuff and armor and stuff like that here at the garrison. If you guys want to get anything before you leave.
Any leathers?
It's just real nice. Thank you very much.
Yep. There is they do have studded leather there if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'll.
What's the AC on that?
I believe it's a 14 plus dex.
14 plus dex?
I believe so.
Let's see.
I would love studded leather if I can get some.
It's 12 plus dex. My bad.
Oh.
For
How's
studded.
Okay.
She also does have. Let me just. I want to just bring up the entire list for you guys to make my life easier. Because she does have everything there, pretty much. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so she does have studded leather, which is 12 plus your dex. She also does have scale mail for those of you who are proficient with medium armor. Which would then be 14 plus your dex, but with disadvantage. And she also has a chain. She also has chain shirts as well.
Can I get studded leather?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how much would that be?
0.
Ooh.
You're at a barracks and you're Shirley's friends. You're getting it all for free.
Thank you.
I'll take one of those chain shirts.
Okay.
I don't think. I think I'm going to keep. I don't think I need. I'm not gonna. I don't have. Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab a chain shirt.
Okay.
I'm going to take that studded leather because for some reason my AC says 14, but I'm wearing leather, so my AC should be 12.
You have a shield.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll take the studded anyway, so then my AC will go up to
16,
15.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. A shield.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Now, Juliet, these nasty things we met out in the woods, spectators, I think they were called. Are these gazer things? Are they similar to that type of creature?
Yes.
When do we leave?
Well, here as soon as possible. Once we're done.
Yeah. I was going to say, as soon as we get done in the armory,
They also have weapons and stuff like that as well if you guys are looking to upgrade based on, but it would be any kind of like simple or martial weapon, but nothing like of magical or anything like that. It'd just be like a, standard issue kind of like weaponry if you guys wanted to upgrade.
I'm fine with what I got.
yeah, me too. good to go.
Good.
All right. Well, I tried that. I'll do it later. Good. Just gonna fix my 8.
Do you know where I can get healing potions at?
Unfortunately, we don't. I was gonna say, unfortunately,
have
we
a
don't
number.
any here.
Yeah, I have 1, and I think as a group we have like 5 or 6.
I certainly have 2 here. If you need one, I don't mind handing one of mine over to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
because we had 7. I have 1. I think he's got 2. Timmick's got. Esther probably in the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, you should,
I have
unless you
1.
yeah. Yeah, you have 1. I think
I think you gave 2 to. You probably have 2. It just might not be in your inventory.
Julia,
I got
you have
one.
one. You have
I got
1, yeah.
one. Yes.
I would say, and we did give 1 to somebody who was wounded. Like,
Yes.
yeah, so.
Because all we have in the bag currently is 10 gallons of milk and
I'll take some of that right now.
a pink ball gown.
All right.
Let me get some of that milk.
You got it. Here you are, sir.
I just put it on the ground. I can't hold 10 gallons.
Well, I've just got you a cup, my friend.
How much of
Oh,
it do you
yeah.
drink, Timmick?
Whole glass.
Okay.
That's 17 days. Woo.
Hold up.
Yeah, still good. It's like room temperature now, but still milk,
Fine.
still good. It's not thickened yet or anything like that. It's only been a day.
Yeah.
And that's the Dare Meadow stuff, right?
I believe so.
There
Alright.
you go, select, I believe.
Have we
Dear
had a
Meadow
rest yet?
Select.
Pardon?
Have we had a rest yet?
You've not had a long rest yet, no.
Ever.
Ever. You just don't sleep ever. You
Look,
guys
Greg,
actually have.
We're
You guys
all
are gonna.
exhaustion level 6. We're
Yeah, you're all gonna die tomorrow if you don't sleep. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, everything. So if anybody else needs to rest,
I would say
I mean,
you
I know
guys
the
would
way,
have the
so I
benefit
can
of a
drive the wagon.
Yeah, you guys would have the benefit of a short rest by now, because you guys have been kind of socializing through town. You've met up with your father. I assume you also would have checked in with your folks a little bit, surely here and there, to kind of check in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys do have the benefit of a short rest if that gives you guys anything. I think Juliet, for you, it's kind of a huge thing. So
Yeah.
there is that. So. And then for you, Morharon, you now have a weapon in your inventory that says breath weapon, so it should work finally.
All right. I didn't see that.
We'll see. It may or may not.
And barrels of oil can we abscond with?
So oil isn't like a big thing that's stored here in the barracks as far as like on hand. You are able to, if you're gonna throw it on your wagon, you could probably put 2 barrels on it. You would move at like a normal person pace, which I mean Hamish
It's
and
fine.
Dougal don't really move all that fast anyway. But you'd be able to put 2 barrels of oil on the back of the cart.
All right.
Maybe we
I'll
should
tell-
upgrade our horses.
I was gonna say I'll tell the soldiers to, but I will get them to bring. All right. So we need to go see if we can capture ourselves a Trex in the dead of night. This isn't dangerous or anything.
Great.
We're so ready for this. Let's go, guys.
Is it
All right.
even the same direction as Chesterfield?
It's slightly to the north of Chesterfield, but
You have to go
it's
past?
you don't have to go past it. No, it would be from your understanding, it would probably take you about 4 hours to get to the area where it was last seen. So like it's a little bit of a detour, but where you're going in the middle of the night and you're trying to meet, you probably will get. You guys would know based on kind of like the timing. You'd probably get there about the same time if you don't sleep the whole night.
I don't plan on sleeping, so anybody else who wants to can try to in the wagon. But
I want to get there as soon as I can.
all right,
I'm gonna fly in my room and cackle over the city.
let's do this.
Okay. All right.
All right, boys, let's go.
Okay, so you begin your journey, headed out in the direction that you know of where this Trex creature is. In order to get there, you do have to travel. So I would like I need skill challenge checks from you guys. What would you guys like to do to make sure you don't necessarily get lost, but there's and the DCs aren't going to be very high, but because you're only traveling a few hours, but I do need a couple of skill challenges from you guys.
All right, so as we're leaving, I'm gonna be like talking to like all the soldiers or whatever we come across, just kind of like reassuring them. We're gonna save Chesterfield. I know we lost, but we can do this. Like kind of motivating them, and tell the next one in line.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. I'm gonna say with advantage because you are the Duke of Nulgrim's son, so that means something. So go ahead and give me a roll. Good thing. Good
Yeah.
thing. A 19 is a success. Like the men kind of look amongst themselves, even though they also understand that they're likely also headed to could possibly be their last days on Earth. They kind of get themselves hyped up a little bit, before they go to bed. But they get kind of they feel a little bit more reassured by your words, and that is a success.
Before we go, I'll go over to Hamish and Dougal, and I will calm them and tell them. I don't know how much they travel at night, so I'll tell them it's all right. They'll be fine.
Okay, man.
We're not using them as bait.
What?
Trex bait.
Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
More option.
So with a 12, Hamish and Dougal they're both kind of like, yeah, it's pretty dark, man. Okay. And that is a success.
I have a question. We are traveling at night, correct?
Correct.
I would like to put something, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but do a little something where I'm able to, oh, hold on, I don't even know if I have that spell. I was going to see if I could cast light, but I don't know if I have that spell.
You do have a Lantern of Revealing. Do not forget that in your party.
I have dancing lights.
Ah.
Oh.
So I'm going to cast dancing lights ahead of us, so that way it guides it lights our path.
Okay. With that, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Okay. You are able to produce those globules. It's where it's getting later. It's slowly getting darker. They're helping to an extent, but not in the same kind of effect that you would hope. And it's not providing a whole lot more extra light, and it's kind of hard for everyone else in your party to see. I mean, you can see no problem, but for Hamish and Dougal, it doesn't really give them a whole lot of extra sight forward. And then Morharon.
I don't know if that light's really helping us out there, Julia. Let me try and
It's all I have.
see if I can guide us via the stars. I've done some stuff like that in my past. I'll see what I can do to keep us on the path using that, head in the right direction north.
Okay.
Okay. For that, that's a tricky one. I'm gonna say go ahead and give me a survival check. Yeah, I mean, with a natural 20, I mean, you don't need to do anything. So you are able to, kind of looking at the stars and stuff like that, you're able to, you've traveled at night all the time. I mean, this is something that you're used to, and you're able to kind of track the stars in front, up overhead, and you know where your orientation is, and you are able to make it to the area that you know of that this Trex creature is supposedly supposed to be. Although you currently do not know where it is. What would you guys like to do in order to be able to track this creature down?
Ooh, see if I can see any kind of like footprints or anything in the ground.
I'll if I can, I'll assist.
Overhead.
Yeah, so survival checks for both of you, or Julia can make an advantage. Perception check for you, Timic. You are able to, as you're kind of wandering around, you are able to kind of see, they're not hard to find. You find a number of footprints that are this big. They almost appear to have 3 big claws that kind of dig into the earth, in addition to kind of like a smaller 4-foot, and they're making very large kind of dents into the ground, into the earth that you're seeing around you. Timic, as you kind of fly up overhead, you actually see an area of the plains where it looks like a number of trees have kind of been like knocked over and have fallen down. And although it's kind of hard to pick out anything kind of beyond that, but it looks like something's been like kind of like in this general vicinity has been kind of knocking things over. And it's about probably 200 yards off from the direction that you are. So, but it's dark. It's now night, so it is difficult to see much beyond that. You'd have to get kind of closer to see.
I'm going to tell them that it could be over here, and that I'm going to fly over there as fast as I can and see if I can hear it.
Okay. With that perception check, I don't need to get another one from you because it's still kind of within the same kind of area. You kind of meander your way over there, and you do hear kind of stomping around. You not only hear it, you can see the silhouette of a very large bipedal creature. Small arms, giant kind of jagged teeth, and like I said, these small little like kind of hand claws, but these large, giant, powerful legs and a really long tail. It doesn't notice your presence right now because it's currently in the process of actually devouring what looks to be some sort of creature. So it's currently having a meal and doesn't really notice you at this point. But that is what you see.
I'll go tell everybody.
Okay.
By that time, I'm pointing out to the footprints. Surely, look, we're in the right direction.
This seemed like such a great idea at the time.
This doesn't feel like a very good idea right now.
This is pretty stupid.
I feel really dumb. Why did I listen to you?
Don't we have an entire day before the actual attack?
And therein lies the problem. We have to find a way.
To let it chase us for 24 hours?
No, we don't need 24 hours. We wanted to attack them, right?
Yes. I can't run very long.
I can fly forever.
The broom, yeah. If we can... We're headed... How far is Dewhurst from here?
From where you are, Dewhurst was more to the south.
Okay.
So it's
right.
it's far away.
Okay. So we'd have to lead it back. How are we going to time this?
Probably should. You could just start playing out.
Aragorn.
But Maury?
I think we probably should have figured this part of the plan out already, but it's all right.
All right.
We're not very smart.
I think we're fixing
yourself.
Fixing to have a fight pretty soon.
Anyone have levitate?
I have a broom.
Strike it.
I have a big hammer.
Well, so
out of character. Remember that one time I said, maybe I should go with the drow feat and I can actually get levitate. I didn't. I went with proficiency bonus. Never mind.
I was going to say, too out of character to remember that.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Quite all right. So my idea is we wanted to. So if we can lure this into their, advanced force, their army, whatever, it's going to be leading it to a buffet. That's going to require someone to do it, and I don't want to ask anyone to do that.
I'll do it.
If you're volunteering.
I volunteer.
All right, hold on 1 second. Can I give you to make this? All right. I can give you enhanced. So. It might be best either endurance, strength, wisdom.
Timid, are they?
I don't want to cast wisdom on anybody because then they're just gonna be like, "No, this is terrible. I'm out."
You're talking about having that thing chase her to the Duragard.
That's
believe
the
so.
best plan at the moment.
Well, if he's that far away, could we backtrack a bit? Maybe find some animals, maybe a deer, kill it, start dropping some pieces, lead him that way. I mean, I'd rather have meat a dead animal than eat my friend.
I'll be okay, Maury. I'm always okay.
I think this time
I'm
might
really
be
excited to do this. I can do this.
I believe in you.
What
I can dash 100 feet on my broom, so.
Yeah, what are we doing while this nasty thing's chasing her around?
Yeah. I might be a little faster than you.
Well,
Or you can give me the broom, Tim.
I was going to say, is the broom attunement?
I don't believe so.
Eating. Did you see what it's eating, Timic?
I don't know. Could I make out what it was eating?
Yeah, with that perception check, you made out that it was eating some sort of deer.
Now, I do have to say two things, really. How big is that broom? Because
it's big enough to hold, if I remember correctly on the card there, Timic, I believe it holds up to 200 pounds until it starts going a little bit slower.
Yeah.
is that
I think it's 400, right? Like it's
400
max.
pounds and it's 30 feet.
400 max, yeah, and it can go and it goes 30 feet when carrying over 200.
Okay.
the two of you together might be less than 200 pounds? Maybe it might be better to send two of you on the way and the two of us follow behind.
Because I'm not going to tell anyone they have to, but certain people can turn into elk, as I look pointedly at Timic.
I can't turn into an elk, Timic.
So want me to be bait? Why don't we just slap Ham and Dougal on the ass and use them as bait?
I mean, I didn't want to offend you by doing that, because that...
I volunteer Timic to be bait.
I'll be bait. I ain't scared.
ain't scared of no tricks.
Do I have anything faster than an elk?
I mean, elk moves 50 feet.
That's pretty fast.
Not sure, actually.
I will move the same speed at you.
Right, it's 100 per turn.
I was gonna say.
I could
That
move
would be-
the
yeah,
same
but-
speed as Timic moves. Just in case.
Say it again?
I said I can move the same speed that Timic moves, and then the second that I see that this creature is like trying to nump on Timic, I can swoop down. He can turn back into a dwarf, and we can just keep going. And I'm saying this to Timic, to Maury.
Yeah, if things go south and Maury will be here, basically, if it decides to, it finds a better option, we can always just take it out.
Yes.
Trying to see if there's anything faster than an elk.
All right. Trying to think.
I doubt it. 50 is a lot.
I want to say 50 is fast.
Here,
Here, you gotta be faster.
You can turn into what, a 1/4 creature?
Half.
Half?
A warhorse is 60 feet.
Go. He's definitely seen a warhorse in town.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, he has.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you can be a warhorse.
So let's fly over there.
Okay.
We'll both land. I'll stay back. She can go get us attention, and then I'll stay in the field outside the knockdown trees and rear up and I'm bait. Hopefully I don't get lost running.
I would ride. Broom doesn't carry that much weight, so.
You can ride on me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would ride on you, but
In case
Doesn't
of things
say-
go
oh,
to the south.
my speed's slowing down.
Then let's go, Timic.
all right.
We're gonna get on.
Both Bardic Inspiration go. Like,
Okay. So what is exactly the plan? Because you guys have had like 6 different ideas, so I'm just
Okay.
trying to figure out exactly what you're doing.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is me and Timic we're gonna get on this broom, and then we're gonna fly over to the beast. Okay. Now,
How
Tim,
close?
how big is he?
He would be considered a large creature.
Okay, so about 60 feet away.
Okay.
We're gonna be about 60 feet away.
Okay.
We will start yelling at it, throwing stuff at it, make him chase us. Now, at that point, Timic will turn into a warhorse, and he's gonna start looking like a T-bone steak.
It comes from
Okay.
that.
I'm going to be above him, flying, and in case anything happens,
Okay.
he is going to turn back into a dwarf. I'm going to grab him, put him back on the broom, and we're going to keep flying. And we're going to have this thing chase us to the destination we need to go to.
Okay.
It's so crazy that it might work.
Just might.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you are able to you begin your trek to approach the creature. I would like both of you to give me stealth checks as you fly in on the broom.
Are we trying to be stealthy?
Unless you're not trying to be stealthy, you can just fly right in.
Yeah, we're not at this point. We're not looking to be stealthy. We're trying to get its
We
attention.
want to get his attention.
Okay.
So I'm going to fly over to it, and I'm going to drop Timic on the floor.
Okay.
How far out are you dropping me?
60 feet.
Okay. So you are able to drop him out 60 feet. Let me just get something that makes more sense for this particular situation here on the player here.
Juliet, do you want to? Are you going to be like shooting it with Eldritch Blast on the way back or something?
I could. Absolutely could.
That might help to
I
keep it.
only need
put
one
him in
hand.
line.
Just start
Yep.
blasting.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Hold on.
Like it's talking about. Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys. Why did it do that? Okay. So silly. There we go. All right, so 60 feet away. Let me see.
You must have a map prepared for this.
Oh, I do.
Of course.
That's why I'm
Surely.
like, if I can put them exactly 60 feet away. And then how close do you guys want to be, the dudes that are not
So-
making this trek?
Not
So I
Not
was gonna say-
anywhere in the area.
They're like back on the road.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna wait on the road, and as soon as we see them break the tree line, we're basically gonna follow after them.
Okay.
my thought would be to give them a couple of turns ahead of us so that we don't distract from behind.
Okay, good plan. Good plan.
Sure you don't want to start heading in the other direction and we'll pass you? We're going to be moving quicker.
How fast do we
120
go on
feet.
our cart?
How fast can you go in your cart? Well, Hamish and Dougal are just like basic, like I think I said they were like.
I think they can move like 30 feet.
Yeah, they can move 30 feet around. So they
Half my speed.
Yeah, they can move half of Timic's speed.
Which is just what we can do, so...
We'll start heading that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So, I'm gonna have just for the sake of order on this thing, I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative, even though you're not all gonna be on this tracker.
You end up on it.
You might end up on it. So you guys are Shirley and Maury. You're gonna be on the map, but you're not actually in the encounter, just because there's no way I can add you to the encounter without having you on the map.
Go away, cat. You're so annoying.
All right. So as a matter of order, Juliet and Timic, you guys are able to go first and make noise if you'd like. What do you guys do to get its attention?
I turn to Timic. I'm like, I didn't think about this, but what happens if we just throw some rocks at it, or should I just blast it with Eldritch Blast real quick?
Do that. Blast it.
I'm gonna blast it with Eldritch Blast.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll. Go ahead and fire your Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Now we're talking. Let's see. There you are. And roll.
So a 9. So you fire off your Eldritch Blast, and unfortunately, it just kind of sails off. But it does get the Trex's attention, for sure.
I'm going to. Does it look like an animal?
Does the Trex look like an animal?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like some very strange-looking reptilian, like very strong, tall lizard. It's got these giant teeth, and it's a T-Rex, basically. Yeah, it's a T-Rex.
I feel like
It's like a tyrant lizard.
that's what I was like, but like in character I wouldn't know that. But I'm saying, can I speak to it?
Speak with animals allows you to talk to what?
Animals.
Does it have to be beasts? Does it have to be? What does it say? I'm getting real technical here on you.
Okay. Let me see.
Beasts.
Beasts?
I think
Communicate with Beast Federation.
Yes, beast.
This creature is a beast.
Okay, I'm going to float on the broom. I blast the Eldritch Blast. He noticed. I'm going to try talking to it. and I'm going to say, follow me. I have the way to a bunch of yummy snacks. Lots of good food. Follow me.
Okay, how close are you getting?
I'm still 60 feet away.
Okay.
If I need to get a little bit closer.
You might need to get a little bit closer. Yeah, it noticed the Eldritch Blast, it kind of like is looking in your direction, but it doesn't really quite know exactly where it came from.
Okay, essentially what I'm trying to do is Jurassic World this.
Okay. I take it during your short rest you probably healed up to 29 hit points, so I'm just going to fix that.
You're gonna need all of them, so.
Okay.
All right, so we'll say that you get about that close.
Okay, that's fine. And then
you're just like
I come in peace.
Okay.
I have the way to food.
Okay.
All kinds of food.
Timic, what are you doing?
I'm staying as a dwarf for now.
Okay.
And did she get its attention with her talking? Did I notice?
You do notice that as she kind of got a little bit closer, he kind of fixated on her when he saw the movement. It doesn't appear that he knows that you're there yet.
I'll just use Chill Touch on it, see if I can get its attention, attacking it.
Okay, go ahead and roll your Chill Touch.
Yes,
an 18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, 6 points of damage. You definitely gets its attention. As your Chill Touch kind of flies out, this kind of beam of kind of negative necrotic, kind of purplish blue energy comes out and hits it. It also, it kind of hits on the shoulder. It's like, so he knows that there's more than just the little girl on the broom flying around.
Don't pay attention to him. Pay attention to me. Follow me. I will show you the way to food.
Okay.
Come on.
Moorhuron, Shirley, what are you guys talking about?
I think we should go ahead and start walking away.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're definitely.
Yeah, sick. Okay, it's T-Rex's turn. Go ahead and make a persuasion check there, Juliet.
Don't forget your D6.
Yes, I do have.
And don't forget your +4 from the dice gods.
The dice gods are pleased.
Okay, I don't know how to.
Jesus. So that's 12, and then roll a d6. So it's type in /roll space 1d6.
Oh yeah. I always forget that.
Six.
All right, so with a total, thanks to everyone else, of a 15, you are able to. It would appear that with those words, it kind of just pokes and goes. Food?
All kinds of food.
Where?
Follow me. I'll show you the way.
And he begins to kind of start to follow you.
Come on, Timic.
Yeah, I'll run because I can't shapeshift.
He also sees Timic and kind of just is like,
he's not food. He's not food.
Oh, he is off way.
I'm gonna fly lower. Since that worked, I'm gonna fly lower and I'm gonna like grab Timic real quick.
You can on your turn.
Okay.
He only gets that far because he does have to dash a little bit to get there. But you see this creature coming down at you, Timic. It towers over you. It's at least 25 feet tall. It's just with this nice big, almost like grin in its face as it kind of like opens up its mouth and it kind of breathes on you. The breath kind of almost, it's warm and it smells like rotten meat, and it's kind of unsettling, but not for you. It would be for most people. And it's a very there's a T-Rex in your face. Brings us to Juliet.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna pick up Timic, and I'm going.
I don't want to take an opportunity attack.
Would that be an opportunity attack?
No,
You're pulling me away from it.
He would try.
He's not moving on his own accord, so it wouldn't be an opportunity.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. So then I'm gonna pick up Timic,
Okay.
fly low, get him, put him on the broom as best as I can. Whatever you want me to roll for that, I can. And just gonna fly.
Timic's sort of not willing. Are you willing, Timic?
Yeah, now that's in my face. I didn't get.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you were able to pick Timic up. That uses 25 feet of your movement to go ahead and grab him.
Okay.
Just
You're able to
get me
grab
out of
him.
range and then drop me, and then fly up in the air again.
And
then-
yeah. Just
Okay.
chasing.
Okay.
Essentially, like I said, I'm
So you're able to
Jurassic
get
World.
another 25 feet away. So we're gonna have really fun with this map. This is my solution. And then she's able to drop you off kind of there and flies back up in the air. Timic, you're on the ground, we'll say. What are you doing?
All right, now I will use my action to turn into a warhorse.
Okay, you use your action to turn into a warhorse. All right, so we will. We're gonna use your elk form for now, just to make our lives easier. Just because I don't have a warhorse prepared. But you're now an elk, or you're a warhorse now.
And then I will neigh at it, and I will run 60 feet in the direction we're intending to go.
Okay. So now, for the sake of this, I'm assuming that you guys are all just going to continue to kind of run away. So this creature does give chase. Go ahead and... are you going to do anything else other than run away for an hour?
Nah, that's all I'm doing. I'm running away for an hour. I'm just.
I'm going to keep running, and if I get too far, I might not dash, so it can kind of catch up to me. But
Okay.
it's never going to get into range of me because I'm faster than it. But
Technically,
I'll
you are. Yeah, you are faster than it.
I'll just keep
Just kind of like
flowing and speeding, and I'll let Juliet keep his attention with Eldritch Blast and stuff if need be, if it gets bored or whatever.
Yeah, so for the first hour, go ahead and give me, both of you guys, just give me Constitution checks.
Hey.
oh,
I rolled it. Did it roll?
Doesn't look like it. Let me try for you.
Yeah, I saw it was 24.
Yeah, I see.
Oh. I can roll for you. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
Nope, not dexterity. Ooh. Actually, you're on a broom, so it doesn't actually matter for you. Even though you, it has you in here because it whispered to me. You rolled a 2, but because you're on a broom, your mind is strained, but you're able to kind of continue to will the broom to keep moving. Timic, you actually are able to kind of keep your distance. It doesn't catch up to you. You actually feel pretty vitalized. The T-Rex appears to kind of be slowing down and kind of like beginning to give up on his chase a little bit.
Maybe I'll start walking within range if it's that tired. not within like attack range, but close enough that it can smell me.
Okay. It continues to follow you, but it kind of is like at a slow trot at this point.
I'll walk for all I care,
Yeah.
as long as it's
you know
following.
what? So for the next hour, unless you guys are going to do anything else, go ahead and give me another Constitution check, Timmy. So it is able to kind of keep up with you. It also you actually see over off in the distance as well. You actually do see a deer that is kind of just kind of grazing, and then it actually sees kind of this sight coming. But the T-Rex also sees it as well, and it starts making its way off, seeing maybe possibly an easier meal in that direction.
Okay, so my wild shape only lasts 2 hours.
Okay.
So that will end after that check, and then I'll have to re-up it.
Okay.
How long is this thing gonna be chasing us?
I was gonna say, where are we at this point? Like, has it passed us, or like, are we?
You guys! I assumed you guys kept keeping pace with kind of staying away from them as best as you could.
Like, I wouldn't imagine we're like paralleling, but like.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. You guys were paralleling this.
It's over here, and we're over here. Like, here we just can't quite see it.
Right.
You're surfing on its tail.
So, but just like, we probably should have set up like some sort of like signal, you know, like, hey, if you see 3 shots in the air, you should come get us.
I'm pretty sure Juliet would send something.
I'm sure everything's
you
fine.
Before I switch back to a warhorse, I'll yell up to Juliet if she's within speaking distance.
Yeah, she's within range for you to talk to her.
And I'll just tell her, I got 2 more hours on wild shape. You're gonna have to pick me up after that.
That's perfectly fine. I got you, Timmick.
All right.
And with that, Timmick, you do turn back into your wild shape form. And I will say, well, the T-Rex is still in its, while this is all happening, it begins to meander over to the deer that it saw, and it starts to chase it off in this direction a little bit.
I'm gonna talk to it. Hey. I got a lot more better food coming your way. Don't waste your appetite.
Go ahead and give me another persuasion check.
Nat 20.
With a 16, it just goes, it's a lot of effort for food.
But there's so much of it.
Can I have this first?
As long as you don't try to eat us, yes, you can have that first.
And it goes and it kind of chases off again after this deer, eventually catching it and begins to devour it. This process does take about a half an hour of the next hour. As a result. But then you guys, and then eventually he eats up, and you guys are eventually able to go the extra hour and a half until Timmick loses his wild shape.
At that point, I'll pick Timmick up.
Okay. Hey Timmick, how long does that broom last?
How long does the broom last?
Yeah.
I assume it lasts forever. It's a broom. They don't typically disappear. It doesn't say anything about time.
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
Or the DM immediately regrets his decision.
No, I don't.
He's trying to spoil our plans, like my milk.
No, I'm trying. I think I was thinking of the wings of flying, not the broom of flying. That's why. There's like there's some sort of like time limit on a certain item of flying, and it's not the broom. So yeah, it continues to follow you guys.
Come on.
As long as you want it to follow
I was gonna say, yeah, like how far are we from the?
Yeah, you guys must have caught up in that half hour.
I was gonna say, yeah, we definitely caught up. Like,
I'm sure you would have seen it and like slowed down again.
so it's like Cesterfield. It's 4 hours. It's probably It's past dawn at this point, I would imagine, right? Or it's just dawn, like somewhere around there.
It's starting to become dawn, yeah.
Okay, so with us, we just need to.
It is also at this point that you all do take a point of exhaustion now that it is daytime.
Go. It's gonna be great.
Going well.
All right. I am going to cast. Let me get back to. Okay, here we go.
So just so you guys know, you'll have disadvantage on ability checks now with exhaustion.
Do we roll for exhaustion, or we just take it? I can't remember.
We'll just take it.
Yeah, if you don't rest, unfortunately. What would I roll to figure out like where the best place to bring an army through?
What would you roll? Say it again.
Where would Shirley, if Shirley was going to attack Chesterfield, where would he attack from? Like, basically trying to figure out in his.
Well, I mean,
Where the
Chesterfield
doors
isn't
would
exactly
come
a
from.
well-fortified hamlet either, so it's not really exactly the. It's not the most protected. There is a guard barracks on the north side of the little town. That's probably not the place to come from. But you do know that the other town that the army's coming from is coming from the south, but they also have the ability to go invisible and kind of show up wherever they want.
All right, yeah, we're just gonna lead it south of town then. All right. No, I was just gonna.
Yeah, you guys right now would be kind of like northwest of town at this point.
Okay, so we just gotta get around town without. And
Anyone noticing?
well, I mean, I'm not so much worried about the noticing because I feel like they're gonna be smart enough to not with that situation. Like when they see it coming, they're just gonna be like.
Can you repeat that for me again, Ben?
Oh, sorry, lost me.
Yeah.
Just hoping that anyone is going to be smart enough to, like, stay away. Like, you see this, you don't come after this. Like, if you're just a little.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
So you guys, over the course of, let's do this. Maury, go ahead and give me, just roll a d20 for me. Okay.
Respectable.
It would appear that Hamish and Dougal are doing all right, and they are able to kind of continue their journey forward. They look like they're getting pretty tired, but they're able to kind of continue their way going.
How close are we to the city now?
You guys are still technically like a full day's journey to the other town.
To Chesterfield?
Tim, I don't think we thought this through very well.
Yeah, you guys were
Hey,
able. You guys
this
knew
was
that if you
Shirley's,
went and got this
idea.
thing and you were expeditious about it, you would be able to get back to Chesterfield at about the same time you would have gotten there if you just left from Nulgrim.
Yeah, so this is going to be impossible for us to do.
Not impossible. We can still do it. We might just have to take a level 2 of exhaustion.
Well, if we're 4 hours away, it's a level for every hour, so...
It's a level of an exhaustion for every hour.
That's what I was always told it was.
It's got to be like day or something. Like
I'm gonna say, well, my way I was interpreting it, for what I was doing for my purposes, it was gonna be for the day.
Okay.
People have slept through, have stayed up through like multiple days, and I mean they eventually died, but it took them a while. It didn't take. It
Oh,
wasn't
they
like they
were
stayed
dead.
away for 2 days straight, and they were like, "Oh, I'm good," like or like I died the next day. Like it.
Yeah, then just keep cooking.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to persuade
Fine.
you to do anything. I don't know.
Guys, I'm so tired.
I was gonna say, I mean, like the only thing.
Just hold on to me, Timmick.
Need seatbelts on this broom.
I'll still be able to hit everybody just fine.
Yes, you will still be able to hit everybody just fine.
I thought this didn't have to hit anybody.
So, I am gonna need some skill challenge checks to get to Chesterfield now, while you're all being chased at the same time.
Yes.
So, what are you guys doing on your way to your next destination?
You're acting all of this?
I'll keep an eye out for any other creatures that are noticing this huge, enormous thing running through and might be like, "Ooh, what's this?"
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Ooh,
Ooh, look
Nice,
at you.
nice.
Nice. So you are able to keep an eye out on the surrounding areas, and then that 21 is a success. Who would like to go next?
I'm going to just be talking to the T-Rex. Just telling him, am I going in and out, or am I fine?
No, I'm just saying, okay, you're going to
Okay.
talk to him.
Just saying, we're not much further there, big guy. We are almost there to get the best meal of your life.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with disadvantage because you are exhausted. Maury, you did get a +1 on that perception check from the dice gods. Juliet, this one will be with a +2.
Okay.
ooh. Thank you.
I'm so scared.
Okay. So with an 8, you keep talking to the T-Rex, but he keeps getting kind of distracted. It's hard because you're asking him to go a really long way for a meal, and he hasn't eaten since he had that deer, so he's getting a little ornery. So he kind of gets distracted a few times, tries to stop and eat something. So that is that was an 8. Timmick and Shirley.
I am going to cast vicious mockery on the T-Rex. Like, you are pathetic. I've had soldiers that have walked further than you. They're way smaller, way punier. You're terrible. What do you think you are? Some kind of mob? You're awful.
Let's go.
So that's a natural 20 on the save. So you ooh, you got it right. So you do woohoo! You try to insult it. It doesn't like it that much, but it continues to follow, but it doesn't have the damaging effect that you had hoped it would. And then Timmick.
Not being too familiar with the area we are in, I will be scoping out the distance to see if I can make it any landmarks that Shirley may have mentioned, that so we're going in the right direction still.
Okay. Perception's been used, but I'll allow you to use it again. So go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage with a +1. So a 12. 12 is actually a success. So you were able to kind of look around, and you do see the town of Chesterfield out in the distance. It's still quite a ways away, but between the T-Rex kind of bumbling through the forest and all this kind of other stuff, you have gained the attention of some of the local, or not necessarily local, but some of the surrounding wildlife. go ahead and give me, with that perception check, Timic, and you kind of like looking out ahead, you actually do see... Guys? You kind of look up ahead, and you actually see a area of, it's probably about 50 feet off in the distance, but you do see an area where there's a couple of like statue-looking humanoids that, from the distance that you can see, they do appear to just be statues, but they look like people, and they're about 50 feet off in the distance, probably somewhere in this area on the map here.
I'm sure I've seen actual statues of people before, so is that really that surprising that there's statues there? Is it just in the middle
It's not the fact that they're statues, it's the fact that they, as you kind of approach and get closer, they look very realistic.
Oh, good artist.
Didn't they say something about having golems with them? Having golems with them?
No, they didn't mention anything about them having golems with them.
I don't know.
I don't know what to make of it. I don't think Timic would be familiar with beings that can turn stuff to stone, so they just look like statues to me.
So about how far do we have left to go?
I'll point it out to Juliet. Maybe she has some experience with that stuff, but Timic, living in the woods most of his life, doesn't have that experience.
Right. Juliet, go ahead and give me a, we'll call it a nature check. Unfortunately with disadvantage. Perfect. You know of these, you've heard of these creatures. You know of creatures that turn things into stone. You know things such as Medusas and stuff like that, but based on kind of the situation that you know that you're in, where there appears to be creatures coming in from the Underdark and underground, Medusas and Yuan-Ti don't like frequent the Underdark, or not the area that you're from, and that you know that these Durgar are probably from. But basilisks do.
Oh, I heard they fresh look around.
I tell Timic, well, I mean, I've heard of Medusas. I've heard of some other stuff, but I mean, it could be a basilisk.
Is that something else that Shirley might want to lure to this town? You want to?
You know what?
Yell
If I had.
do?
Shirley! They're stone people!
Alright, so from that, wasn't golems, they had creatures with them that could, that's where we want to take the T-Rex. Loose.
We want to take the T-Rex to fight the basilisk?
I mean, they're working with the Durgar. Like, they're pets, or they're using.
Okay.
They're feeding.
So you think that's where they're camped out or something?
I would think so. Yeah.
All right. Just bring it over there.
How far do we have right now?
Well, here's the funny thing. So, when you actually yell out to Shirley and Morharon that you've heard of basilisks, you actually hear some rustling in the bushes over in this direction.
Be careful! There's rustling in the bushes!
They're wrestling in it?
And with that, you actually see one of these basilisks actually does come and creep out of the corner here and is added to the combat tracker.
Tell the T-Rex to eat it. He said he was hungry.
Hey, big guy, are you hungry?
We'll start at the top of the initiative order with Morharon. What do you do? You will say are in the exact location that you are on the map.
And where's the basilisk? I don't see it on there.
Way over here.
I will try to shoot at it with my longbow, I guess. It's about all I can do.
Okay. Go ahead and fire it with your longbow. Are you averting your eyes when you do so?
Can I... What do I roll to see if I know what this is?
Well, you know what it is because, that you know what a basilisk is specifically?
Yeah.
Nature check, please.
Right.
With disadvantage. With a 16, you do know that these creatures are, like, if you look at them in the eye, they will do exactly what you think they would. They would cause you to turn to stone.
And yeah, I'll do it at disadvantage. I won't look.
Okay. Okay. With a 4, yeah, no. So you go ahead and, not looking at it, averting your eyes, kind of lands harmlessly over in the general vicinity.
That'll be it for me for now.
Okay. The basilisk, only knowing of Juliet's presence, well, Juliet and Timmick and this giant T-Rex that are flying up overhead, that are in the area. I mean, they don't move very fast, so he can move like 40 feet, which is going to be just to there. But that's all he can do right now in his turn. Yeah. That brings us to Shirley.
All right. Oh,
The token there?
Say it again?
nothing.
I don't see the token for the basilisk.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, I know where it is. There's no token there for me.
Oh.
I don't see a Shirley token either.
I
that's
see the
weird.
Shirley one.
I
Either way
I
down.
see a Shirley one.
I'll keep pinging them every once in a while if I have to, or I can, let me see if
Oh, I have a
can-
red square there.
It's almost like the not ready for us to drag a T-Rex halfway across
No.
the continent.
There was an update today, so that could be part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. I'll whip an arrow at it. I
All right.
don't.
Yeah, you probably don't know.
I don't know what Basilisk is, so yeah. Like, I mean, like, I know he said it could like freeze people, but I don't know that it can do it from this far. So. Let's back up. and-
I think it only counts for Actually, hold on. Let me double check one thing, guys. It doesn't. It says with when it uses petrifying gaze, the creature within 30 feet it can see, but I don't know if that matters for when it's somebody that's beyond 30 feet trying to shoot at it.
Gotcha.
So
I don't know if it really matters. And avert its eyes. This. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, so go ahead and go ahead and roll your attack as or give me a Constitution save first. Okay. And then you can roll your attack as normal.
I tried to, and my short bow didn't work. I don't know. I'll just use my spear because it's.
That's weird. Oh yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I think I just actually set up as a short bow.
Oh, I know what you did. I can fix it really quickly.
Okay.
If I hurry. But yeah, go ahead and roll your spear if it's the same. Can you just tell me the roll? Because I'm like, right now I'm like trying to find you.
Unnatural 20 and 8 damage.
Natural 20?
Unnatural.
Dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll use 30.
There, I got your short bow in there now. Yeah, dirty 20 definitely hits. And for you said 8 damage.
Yep.
Okay. 8 points of damage. You fire off your bow, looking straight at the creature. It finds contact. Anything else on your turn?
I do not believe. No, that's gonna be it.
Okay. That brings us to the T-Rex.
Yes.
This is fun.
Yeah.
The T-Rex is gonna go for the basilisk. It's gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw because it's not gonna not look at it.
This is. Fail.
Just barely succeeds.
Say.
And it's gonna make 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its tail.
Nice. This is the coolest shit ever.
Wow. Okay. A lot of. Okay, so that's.
We should just keep this thing forever.
I'm gonna try.
I rolled a 26 to hit and 34 points of damage.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And then it whips it with its tail with a 20 to hit for 6 points of damage. So you actually see this T-Rex just kind of come in and whack! And it kind of stuns the basilisk, and then it kind of comes in and goes, and you just see the T-Rex just literally devour the basilisk in one turn.
Awesome.
Oh.
I turn to him and be like, "Good job, Dino."
Tell us more. Tell us plenty more where that came from.
There's
Oh my
so
god,
much more.
yes.
This was just in Asmoo's boosh.
An appetizer.
Oh my god.
Promise, this is just a salad compared to what I'm about to give you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, you guys are able to continue your journey to Chesterfield, and we're going to take a break. So, we, like we were saying at the top of the show, we were actually giving away a dice bag as a thank you for making 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Here's the bag, and it has some dice in it. So
yeah.
The what you need to do is you need to put the secret word into the chat. Tonight's secret word is going to be Trex. Go figure. So go ahead and write Trex into the chat for your chance to win the dice bag, and we'll see you guys after the break.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So
Did you not notice I was gone?
No. I was like, "Oh, you ready?" And everyone's like, "Yep, yeah. All right, let's go." So the winner of this awesome dice bag from Maddie by Madeline, by the way. So I want to thank her for this. You can check her out on Instagram. The link is down in the little cards down below, along with all the other stuff. But the winner of the dice bag giveaway is Maximum Sparrow. So congratulations to Maximum Sparrow. Make sure you check your direct messages, and we'll get that out to you as soon as possible. All right. So, music's not going to change. So we're going to, as you guys continue to kind of make your way there, you guys, night has started to fall. And as you guys start to approach and get closer to Chesterfield, you actually do see, even from the distance that you're at right now, you can actually see some fires starting off in the distance from where you're standing. You do see a number of these Durgar kind of off in the distance, kind of like shapes at this point, and you do hear kind of like a little bit of bedlam going on. Would you like to approach this specifically?
Do we go in guns blazing?
Tell
T-Rex
Dino
blazing?
Tell Dino that you hope he's still hungry because the food's that way.
Hey Dino, you still hungry?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like at the top of my lungs, like we let him go, and we get as civilians out as possible.
Okay.
I asked Dino
Yeah.
a question real quick though. I asked him, "Can I ride on your back?"
He starts heading off in the direction of town.
Fine.
Careful, man. He did 34 damage.
I was like,
I wanted to be like Fred
Your
Flintstone,
mouth?
okay?
You see him run off into town from the distance that you're at. You do see him he's like not being very picky about what he's going after. So there is some townsfolk. There's also some Duragar, so he's going after all of them. You do notice that a number of the Duragar seem to also see him coming and kind of all kind of drift over, and a number of them start to follow, but there's still some that are appear to be going almost like house to house, like setting them on fire, kind of ripping people out of their homes. But Dino has distracted a number of the force. So that's helpful. But there is still quite a few, and as you approach, you do see a number of different fires as a number of these soldiers kind of raid these small homes. As the flames kind of lick the night sky, it's almost as if like it's the light's still here, but it doesn't seem like the fire is here, but it doesn't seem like the Duragar are affected by this flame for whatever reason. You do still hear the sounds of panic. As you guys kind of get closer, you actually do see a farmer with a rather large pitchfork, almost kind of like charge at one of the Duragar. And as he does, you can actually see this small green creature with a large eye and sharp teeth, along with 4 of these like little appendages kind of come off of it, stares at him. And then you see him almost get lifted up and thrown up into the air 30 feet. And then he actually eventually then comes crashing down to the earth.
I mean, if they haven't,
they're not really paying attention to you. They're kind of just going after everything. So it's up to you how you guys want to
How far
approach
away are we?
this.
Well, go ahead.
You're right now you're approaching town, and obviously Dino's kind of like wandering around everywhere, but he's doing his thing, and much of the forest is kind of like taken with him, but there's plenty of other soldiers here kind of like going in and out of the homes and stuff like that.
You said they're not taking damage from the fire?
No, not that they're not taking damage, but it doesn't seem like they're as affected. Based on what Juliet's told you, is that they are affected by sunlight and stuff like that, but the light coming off the
Light from the flames.
doesn't appear to be enough to kind of distract them or keep them back.
Okay. So
They're
how close
like
are
lighting
we?
things on fire and going like this. They seem fine.
How close are we?
I mean, how close do you want to be? Because you guys are kind of just observing this kind of from a distance. I would say probably like 50 feet away-ish.
No, like as soon as Dino goes into town, I'm on Dino's tail. Like I'm not waiting for.
Yeah,
I'm-
we're far.
Yeah, and I'm like hollering.
Okay. All right. As such, I'm gonna have you guys. Well, I'm gonna have you move first. So, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna move you guys all over.
All right. Yeah.
Get out of the way. And activate. And we're gonna move this over. Not the be right back screen. And as you guys approach town, you actually, the first thing you see is you do see this kind of force of Duragar with one of these creatures in front of you. So I will have you guys all roll initiative again. Dino has kind of gone off in this direction if you guys are looking for him.
Where's my T-Rex buddy?
He went off in this direction.
All right. I lost Foundry, so I gotta reload.
I did
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, everyone's stuck.
All right.
I see that. It looks like
I'm at 90% loading.
I'm at 80.
everybody but everything that I'm doing is.
Yeah, I was gonna say yours looks great.
I know the stream looks amazing. My stuff looks amazing. my computer server is still running great. Like, all three of us are over.
Yeah, so if Maury doesn't already have it out too, I'm going to tell him to get out the Lantern of Revealing and like full blast that guy. Because if these things can turn invisible.
Got it.
You guys trying to get out and come back in?
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I can roll the initiative for you, and I can theater of the mind this until you guys can get in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say, just keep saying
Okay.
cannot be reached.
And all right. At the start of combat, we actually have Morharon going first. So Morharon, you are within just a few feet of a number of different opponents. You see this kind of like, one of them is actually one of these kind of like small, like almost like the size of like a basketball with like little appendages coming off it, just kind of floating there in front of you. But it is within, easily within your striking distance if you want to go after it. And then there's also 3 other Durgar behind it.
So do they notice me? Yeah, we ran in screaming, right?
Yeah, they all know that you're there.
Right. So there's only.
Looks like you're on. It looks like you're all in now.
Yeah, it's only one of those little nasty things, huh? Alright, so
Do I recognize all of the monsters that's here?
Yes, you do.
Look at that, Julie. You brought a little piece of home here with you.
Himmick, for
A
the
little
last
pea.
time.
Alright. So being there in front of this guy, I'm gonna
It's a lot of dice on the screen. What happened?
and I'm going to
I mean, you absolutely hit.
so I'm gonna do alright, so 15, 22 damage to the gazer in front of me.
Dead.
Hmm.
You come in through with your mace and you
Nice.
just, and you just like smash it and just goes on the ground.
Right. And then so that was 5. Oh boy.
Where did you go?
All right, and I will end my turn right there.
Okay. That brings us to the guy in front of you. Go figure. He is going to. He is going to use his war pick. And he's going to try to take a swing at you. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
And that'll be for 5 piercing damage as he kind of comes in with that war pick. Smashes it in on you.
All right.
That, I believe. Give me 1 second. There's one thing I have to make sure, because some of the stat blocks when they port over don't always say what they're supposed to. Okay, that's specifically that. Okay. Alright. That brings us to the next one. The next one, he kind of like, and just kind of goes like this, and you see him cast, he seems to be casting something, and you actually see him double in size, and then as does the next one. The next one does the exact same thing. He kind of takes the time to cast enlarge on himself. And then they both kind of move in to kind of hedge you off. But because they did that, they used their action, can't do anything else on their turn. So, Juliet, it's now your turn.
Okay. This ugly bitch is right up in front of me, so I'm going just for a... Oh, is there any way that I can move to the other side where I could be flanking with Timmick and Shirley?
Sure. There's a way. You can.
Cool.
It would be right here.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to hit it.
All right, go ahead and try to hit it.
Cool.
You have advantage on the strike. I believe you have your packed weapon in there now, so it should work.
Yes.
Yeah. Here it comes. A 21 to hit. Definitely hits. For 11 slashing damage, you actually are able to kind of take it, your sword and just kind of thrust it into his back, and you actually do take him down.
Nice.
Sweet. I think that's my only go. Yeah, because I don't have extra attack yet. And so that's my go.
Okay, brings us to Shirley.
All right. Then I'm gonna move over here. Oop. I'm gonna select the right tool to move over, and smack the shit out of this guy.
Okay, go for it.
Gonna try and run him through with my spear.
24 definitely hits for 6 damage, and you actually do run him through with your spear. You're able to kind of come out around behind him, and he's he sees you kind of turn around. He has a little bit of trouble turning all the way around. You kind of jab him in the back of the ankle, or in the back of the hamstring, where the hamstring tendons kind of meet the knee, and you actually see him kind of all ripple off, and you see him start to bleed out of that wound and falls down dead. Brings us to Timmick. Timmick, you actually see beginning to kind of make their way down from this area up here. You see more of these enlarged Duragar coming in as well.
I will just cast Chill Touch on the guy in front of Moron.
Alright, go ahead and cast your Chill Touch. A 10 to hit. Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit. You kind of go ahead and throw your Chill Touch out there, but it doesn't quite make contact. Kind of just sails harmlessly and hits the wall of this building.
I'll move up there.
Okay.
Can I still use my bonus action and put Shillelagh on, even though I already cast a spell?
Shillelagh is also a cantrip, so no, unfortunately, you would not be able to.
Okay. All right.
That brings us to Morharon. Morharon, do you actually also see coming in on initiative count 20 another one of these kind of eye stalk looking creatures, one of these gazers, and another Duragar making its way down as well.
Okay. So I see one of those things appear. I run right over to it. I will take my opportunity attack.
Okay. It attacks with its war pick. That is going to be a 7 to hit, which I don't think hits.
Oh. So over here, I will take my first attack with the gazer.
Okay.
Ooh.
23 definitely hits.
And I'm going to add the damage to it for 16 damage.
And with that, you squash it like an orange.
And then I will pull out a hand axe and throw it at the guy down, not the guy right in front of me, but the guy down to the right.
Okay. You are able to, and you actually stick it right into the side of his neck, and he just begins to bleed out and falls.
Nice.
I'm just like,
Killing me.
Hell yeah.
like guttural at this big, huge guy. Just like,
Ending your turn brings us to the Durgar, the one that's in front of Timic here. It is going to go ahead and use its attack against Juliet. The war pick. That's going to be a 16 to hit you, Juliet.
I'm pretty sure that's a hit. Let me double check. Yep, that's a hit.
Did you ever update your armor class with your new armor?
Yeah, so it was 12 plus my dex, so it gave me like 2. So I'm still at 14.
Alright, so that's 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then this Durgar here is going to go ahead and attack you, Morharon, with his war pick, which you see is now like doubled in size, and he comes to strike down at you. That's going to be a 14 to hit, which I don't think hits.
Nope.
And then this one's going to come in and flank and attempt to attack you as well with advantage. It's going to be a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. All right, that's 5 points of damage, which I'm looking for you.
Okay.
Ending their turn brings us to Juliet.
Okay. For some reason, I can't see the rest of the map, so yeah, I can't move. Like I don't know how to move to the other side. Of it.
Your right mouse button.
And you can drag.
Ah. Still learning this stuff. Okay. She's going to move right over here.
Okay.
So she has advantage.
Yes, she does.
And
with a 20 definitely hits, and you're able to, with your pack weapon, go ahead and stab him in the back as you're flanked with Timic there.
I'd like to bring the sword all the way up. Did I kill him?
Yes, you did.
Kind of like to take it up the spine.
Oh, yeah. And that was actually a 21 to hit thanks to the +1 there.
And if I have enough movement, I'd like to make it over here, so that way Timic would be able to... I'm not Timic, Morharon.
So right up here?
Yeah.
Oh, down there, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Where's Shirley?
Alright, so it seems like here, right?
Seems like what?
Seems like they're coming up that way.
Yeah.
Or they just seem to be like all in town.
They seem to be kind of all in town, but they also do seem like, it seems like you caught the attention of the ones that are up here, but it does appear that there's been some that have been coming out from over in this direction as well.
Okay. So I'm going to...
Your buddy Dino's down in the other area.
I'm gonna go up here, and is this like door open?
Which door? That
Right.
one?
Yeah.
It's open, but the house is currently on fire.
All right. Immediate threat. Gonna go up, swipe at this guy.
Okay, go ahead and take a swipe.
Gah.
12 unfortunately does not hit. You go ahead and take your swipe, and unfortunately you do miss with your spear.
All right, that's me for now.
Okay, Timic.
Here, or which spot do I need to be a flank? Left or right space?
Right there.
All right. While I'm running up there, I cast Shillelagh onto my staff, and then I attack the big guy
Okay.
with advantage.
Yes, you do.
I don't know why I did that. Hold on.
That's okay. I'm gonna make you a shillelagh staff at some point.
My line.
Make your life easier.
have advantage. So
Yep. So 20 hits.
4 damage.
There you go.
4 points of damage. You are able to whack him, and he looks like he's on the brink of death. Brings us to Morhron.
Guy down below me.
Okay.
We add.
Unfortunately.
Oh, great.
Nope, still don't hit.
And then the guy behind me. This will just be a straight roll. 15 to hit.
Yep. 15 actually does not hit. You just barely missed with that attack. You go ahead and throw it out, and you actually throw it between his legs, and you just barely miss.
And that will be it for me.
Okay. Brings us to their turn. So yeah, they're gonna do the thing that they think is best, and they're just gonna go after you, Morhron, because you seem to be the one doing most of the damage, and you also happen to be in a flank position for both of them. Although when nope, no one's frozen. Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm not dead. Let's try again. There it is. Okay, good. Phew. That's a 13 to hit on the first one, which I take it does not hit. And so then the other one coming at you is gonna be a 9 to hit. These guys are not rolling very well.
Did not eat their Wheaties.
Yeah, they did not eat their Wheaties this evening. Brings us to Juliet.
Yeah, I'm going for a hit with my little weapon over here.
Okay.
Crit.
Yeah, natural 20 definitely hits. That was easy.
Right through
do it
the
again.
back of the neck. Right through the back of the neck going through the throat.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
And you see that kind of blood just kind of continue to spurt out, and you Morhron, actually see the sword coming up the front of the chest of this creature, almost like flaying it in half as it is just torn asunder in front of you, and you get some of the blood splatter on your face as well.
Not just rub it down my face.
She winks at you. Like, my friend.
Give her a little kiss, like.
Brings us to Shirley.
All right. Yeah. I'm just so literally so torn. He's also pissed that these things are just here in the first place. So I'm gonna swing on him.
Okay. 10 unfortunately does not hit.
And then he's just
very distracted by everything that's going on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move back to this door. I'll take the attack.
Okay. Javelin incoming.
He's gonna
Or not
try
javelin, war pick is what I meant to do.
Yeah.
Not javelin. 5 to hit.
Not so much.
Double ones.
Oof.
Brings us to Timmick. Timmick, you get a chance to take this guy down finally.
I'll attack it again. With
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, you hit.
There you go.
And you're able to beat him into
Roll 3,
submission.
sorry.
You're able to beat him into submission. Not a problem.
Beating him over and over on the ground.
You do hear much of the commotion that's still kind of going on. Now that you guys are in this position, you can actually see a number of the forces are kind of in this area over here. In addition to, Dino's still distracting a number of them, but there's even more of them over in this direction.
I'd like to run closer to Dino.
You'd like to run closer to Dino? Okay.
So that way, whatever he's doing, I want to help him.
Okay.
I'm going to try to befriend this T-Rex.
Okay.
Make a mark.
So Well, first, let's point of order. Morharon, what are you doing?
I will cast a protection from good and evil on myself now that I got a little reprieve.
Okay.
And I will actually just going to hold my attack standing right here because I don't know what everybody else is here. So.
Okay. So some of these Duragar, some of the big guys continue to move their way out. I don't think their movement changes when they get bigger. Maybe it does. Ironically, no. Even though they're bigger, they still only move 25 feet. So they're all gonna move into position here. And make their way over. And that's gonna bring us to Juliet. Juliet, you said you wanted to go help Dino?
Yep.
Alright, Dino is down here.
Okay.
In this area, so you can make your way down there if you'd like.
Wait, are these guys up front and personal with us right now?
One of them is.
Okay, well, then, damn it. Okay, I'm gonna try to help Morharon kill one of them, and then I'm gonna, like, go and use my speed and try to get the Dino.
Okay.
So I'll go right there. And... boop.
22 definitely hits. Which one were you attacking?
I don't know how to ping it, but that guy right
You just did.
Oh, cool!
And you again stab this thing through the back.
Just every time.
Sorry. This one went just right through the gut, from the back. It's just, yeah.
Okay.
And now, whatever movement I have left, I'd like to go to Dino.
Well, you put yourself on the wrong side of a building to get there. So, I mean, you can go this way, but you now can observe, you see one of these kind of stalked central eyeball, kind of bigger spectator-like creatures, in addition to a couple of what appear to be one of these almost like magic-using type Duragar, in addition to a much more armored one as well.
Oh!
In this direction, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you wound up in a very interesting spot where you're able to see all of them.
Alrighty.
Which the stream can't see, but they are going to be allowed to see here in a second.
Alright, I'll move right there, and that's gonna be all my movement.
Okay.
Probably not the smartest thing, but she's angry.
Okay.
That's my go.
Alright, Shirley.
Alright. So, yeah, I just want to, like, kick in this door.
Okay. It easily kicks in because it's been kind of licked on the flames. It's already actually been kicked. It's been kicked in, and you look inside. It doesn't appear that anyone's in there at this time. It appears that the building is just kind of burning. You do see like what appears to be like someone's home, a kitchen with like what would be cooking utensils and stuff like that from where you're standing. It whoever was in here is not here now.
If there's
whoever lived here at least.
Yeah, if there's nobody in there, right, looks like that, then I'm gonna go ahead and...
You also do see, like, there's a few dead commoners and villagers, like, kind of strewn in random areas. It does appear that some people might have gotten out, like, you saw some people fleeing, but some people were taken by these individuals.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what the range on this is. Don't think... Yeah, let's just... Okay. I'm go ahead. And you said this fine individual is wearing some nice armor?
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast heat metal on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, saving throw of what?
1 second. Oh, did I roll it? Oh, no. Hold on a second. Oh, it didn't go off, did it? Yeah, it did. It spent the spell.
What is the saving throw required? You can just tell me what it is, and I'll do the roll and everything.
So, so damage. They must succeed on a Persuasion saving throw or drop the object if they can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has an ability checks. Said time as they remove the item.
So there is no save.
Constitution, he said, I think.
That's a con
But
save. It's a con
that's
save
to-
for half.
That's a con save to maintain a grip on, like, I cast it on their armor.
Right. So there's
They
no
don't-
save on that. Yeah.
Nah, it's just
Nice.
Okay.
they just have to try and take it off
Okay.
or get cooked.
All right. Well, they're gonna
So-
get cooked because they can't take it off on the first turn you cast it.
And that's 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And
8
then
points fire damage. Oh wait, hold
Yeah.
on. There's advantage on saving throws against. Oh, well, yeah, no, he can't do anything about it. All right. Brings us to Timic.
Okay. Which guy did he put heat metal on?
This one right here.
All right. Let's see. Does the wizard-looking guy look like he has any metal?
No, he does not.
All right.
He looks like he's wearing these kind of gray robes. You actually see him. He looks kind of. He's almost got this like kind of like these white glazed eyes, and he's like he looks pretty strong, but he's got this kind of like really sickly looking look on his face.
All right. Well, let's see. What's the distance on that? Yeah, I'll cast Chill Touch on him.
Okay, go ahead and roll for your chill touch.
Things being really slow. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I was gonna say that's a lot of bad guys.
A lot of tokens on the screen right now. Yeah, and 8's gonna miss, unfortunately. You go ahead, and you know it'll probably help if I turn off all the. If I jump the.
No, I press it on.
Well, no, I'm trying to like make life easier on the system. All right. Ending your turn brings us to now that this creature is aware of your presence, it is going to start meandering its way over. It, seeing Juliet in its line of sight, is going to use its eye rays at her. Juliet, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure. Let's see. Constitution saving.
That is a success. So you actually, it's actually a 14 thanks to the dice people over there.
Yay.
Thank you, dice gods.
Praise be.
So you only take half damage,
Okay.
which half of 23 is 11.
Cool.
11 points of damage. And then it's going to use its other one. Can't use that one again. Still can't use that one again. I need a wisdom save from you, Juliet.
Sure.
$13 is just enough. You are not frightened of the creature. That brings us to the stone guard. So it's every single time on his turn.
Yeah.
Is that how heat metal works?
Hold on 1 second. No, I have to use a bonus action on my turn to do it again.
All right. Okay.
But he does have disadvantage on attack roll.
Attack rolls using metal weapons. Is that what it is?
Attack rolls and ability checks, it says.
Okay.
Instead of red hot armor now.
Attack rolls and ability. Okay. He is going to cast Enlarge on himself. And begin to move his way down.
Dun, 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 dun,
5,
dun,
10,
dun, dun,
15, 20, 25, and place himself right here. And just kind of take up formation. It's at this point he kind of notices you, Juliet, specifically, and he just kind of like, and he gets turned Morharon.
Why? Why does he have to notice me?
Oh, okay, that's why.
14, unfortunately, does not hit. But that will, and that will take him out. So you throw the hand axe, and you again get him right in the jugular. And he begins to kind of fall.
Let's have some fun, big boy.
Alright. That's going to bring us to some of these other Duragar that are here. They're going to start moving in, but they
So
can only...
many.
There is a lot. Good thing they're not super hardy. So they start moving their way in as best they can. As much as they can. They're all going to... Yeah, they're going to try and throw their javelins, I think. So first one's going to come at Juliet.
Of course.
That's going to be a 5 to hit.
No.
I literally rolled a natural 20 and a 1. Next one coming in at you, Juliet. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, an 18 hits.
Okay, that's 7 points of damage. I just put in for you. Next one's going to come in at Timic, but it's going to be a disadvantage because he has to look around 600 people. That one's going to miss. Same thing for the next one coming at Mori. That's going to miss. And then the next two are both coming at you, Mori, but unless they get a good enough roll. Yeah, they all miss because Mori's invincible.
He's just got that good, that Crimson Guard armor.
He's just got that good. That's going to bring us to... that's going to bring us to this guy back here. He is going to... He is going to move forward, and he is going to use his Mind Mastery ability to make... Let me make sure I'm reading this right. To have this guy throw his javelin at Morharon. That's gonna miss because he rolled double 4s. Sweet.
We're taking up all the good rolls on that RNG tonight.
I know, right? Brings us to Juliet.
Is drinking a potion a bonus or a full
It's
action?
a bonus action in my game, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do that real quick. If you can roll it for me, please.
So that's going to be... You should be able to roll it on your sheet.
Can I? If I
Yeah,
can.
you should. I believe you can.
I think if you go
Yeah.
to your... Yeah,
Do you have that gray bar in your screen?
I just did it for you.
Oh, thank
So that's 7 points of healing. So that
Okay.
brings you up to 13, which I can put in for you.
Thank you. And then,
But that is now gone.
all right. I'm in a position where I really can't move, so I'll just go right there, and I'll try swinging at him.
Okay, go ahead and swing.
And I had it, and I lost it. This happens
Every time.
all the time. I have it, and then I lose it. Where are you? Oh, features. Okay, let's try that. Nope. DM, I'm having a little issue at the moment. There we go. There we go. I got it. Sorry.
16 unfortunately does not hit. You kind of bring out your pack weapon and you just kind of clunk off the armor.
16 does not hit. Oh my.
Yeah.
Not that guy.
Meaty.
He's a
Okay.
beefy boy.
That's my go.
All right, Shirley.
All right, so bonus action. He's going to
Okay.
go ahead and take some
Fire damage.
fire damage. Oh, not enough L's.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Does he have to make a save or no?
Unless he takes that armor off.
He ain't
Just
taking
takes
the
it.
armor off. He just takes it.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes like an hour to take off the armor that he needs to take off, so he's not taking it off.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for him.
Yep.
So,
It's also really big, hot armor.
yeah. So, I'm going to use Vicious Mockery and just ask him if it's a little warm around here, if it's just me.
Nice.
Okay.
Now
what
that
kind of-
he does make a save. I think that's a Wisdom save.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
nice.
Alright. He does get advantage on it because of his resistance, so it's an 18.
Okay. He got the point.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of like
All right.
brings us to Timic.
I was gonna say I will actually move up here. Yeah. No, I guess I can't really. I'll just move up behind Juliet.
Okay. Timic.
I am moving there and casting
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Wave right there at a level 2
Wow.
spell slot. So they all
Ooh.
make Constitution saves.
Okay. So we'll do the big guy first.
It's DC 13.
Okay. He rolls a 20.
They still take half.
Okay. What's half damage?
Huh?
I'll figure it out. Normal damage. I'm figuring it out. So you rolled 3d8 on your damage.
Yeah.
So
but all
that's
those
four-
guys, all of those need to make the thing because they all take the same.
No, I know. Yeah, so I just rolled it for you, and it's 14 damage.
Why'd you roll it?
Well, roll the damage then. So you see where it says damage on the thing? Just hit damage.
I know how to roll the damage.
Okay.
Roll the damage.
Haha.
Roll the bones.
So 13 damage. So half for him is 6. Bring us to this guy, which is this one up here. An 11, I believe that fails. He's dead. Yep. Brings us to the next one in line. He rolls a 20. He takes half damage. Oh wait, doesn't matter. They all die. Dang, dang. And then this one just rolls a regular Constitution save. He rolls a 4, so he takes 13 points of damage. Oof. There you go. Is it only 3d8 for a level? Oh no, you did. It did come in as a. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that it came in right and you weren't losing a d8 on there. Nope. Anything else on your turn, Timic?
No.
All right, so you guys see Timic kind of come in, and he just kind of like places his staff on the ground. You just hear this loud echoing, and you see like a number of these Duergar just get blasted back, and their weapons kind of fly out behind them, and they all basically are toast because they're hardy, but they're not that hardy. This guy in the middle kind of stands his ground, and the spectator kind of like falters for a second, but is able to kind of keep its feet. And with that, it is the spectator's turn. The spectator now doesn't like Timic, so he's going to need Timic to make a wisdom saving throw, please. And you're fine. You actually you feel it kind of trying to intrude in on your mind, but you're able to kind of like shake it off. It's almost like it was trying to confuse you. I also will need a Constitution saving throw from you, Timic.
All right.
Perfect. Nice. So you actually see this kind of black necrotic energy all of a sudden just shoot out of one of its stalks. You do succeed on the saving throw, but you do still take half damage of 20, so 10 points of damage. I will do for you on your sheet. And that's actually, it's going to, yeah, it's just going to stay there. It likes where it's at. Next brings us to this guy, the big dude. He, now that he is there, he is going to use his King's Knife attack. What it's called. He has advantage on the strike because of his phalanx formation, with being next to one of his allies. On you, Juliet, that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that's going to be. Double check a couple things here. Sure. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm reading this right. So that's going to be 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's going to end his turn. Brings us to Maury.
All right, I'm going to step up here. I'm going to need a dex save from the Stone Guard and the Spectator. It should be advantage for the Stone guy because it's by breath attack.
Okay. He also has advantage because of the he has advantage because of his phalanx formation as well. So it's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, you have 14.
Okay. Double ones. Ooh. And then the spectator. So yeah, 10 points of damage there. Spectator rolls an 11, so I take it that fails as well.
That fails. So 10 points of acid damage to both of them.
Okay.
Nice.
He looks like he is on the brink of death. He kind of falters there after kind of getting covered, and you see the acid kind of eating away at his armor, where the metal kind of it eats away at some of the metal, and he kind of like goes down to one knee for a second. The spectator gets covered in your acid as well. It seems to be kind of okay. It kind of shakes it off, but it didn't like that attack either. With a 21, you're thrown with your thrown hand axe. How do you want to do this on the Stone Guard?
I want to. He's enlarged, so he's bigger than me. So I'm actually going to throw it up and hit him right under his chin, like an uppercut with a hand axe.
Okay, so you do that. You kind of throw it up, and you
Nice.
actually lodge it. It gets stuck, and he kind of falls back. The spectator actually is going to have to make a dex save. Or not an ability check. Come on. And he fails, so he's going to take an extra d6 of bludgeoning damage as he falls back. Only takes 2. But you are able to eliminate this creature.
All right, I'm going to, yeah, it's definitely what he would do. So I'm going to action surge,
Okay.
run right up to this guy.
We got an attack of opportunity coming in from this Durgar.
Yep.
That's going to be an 8 to hit, so never mind. I should just say that every time.
Right.
One of these times.
One of these times it's going to happen.
And I'm going to add, so it's for 11 damage.
11 points of damage.
Let's see in action. I will...
Oh yeah, you're action surging, aren't you? Is this just a straight roll with the hand axe?
Yeah, so they're not angry.
Okay, yeah, the knight's gonna miss.
Yeah,
He's looking pretty hurt.
that is it for me.
All right, that brings us to the vanilla Duragar's turns. They, seeing you take out their leader, or one of their leaders, they are gonna kind of move into position around you, Maury, and are both gonna try to attack you. So the first one coming in is going to be an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be 9 points of piercing damage, which I'll do for you. And then the other one's a 14 to hit, which I don't believe hits your armor class.
And I will use vengeful assault on the one that hit me.
Okay. And you take care of him. You literally just turn around and be like, hey!
Ugh.
Oh, man. That ends their turn. We come back to the Mind Master. So it's going to use its... So it's going to use its Mind Mastery ability on Juliet. Juliet, I need you to make a Intelligence saving throw.
Sure.
You feel like this creature, this Duragar, it kind of tries to impede on your mind, and he goes, "Wait a minute!" And then, as soon as you hear that, you just kind of like shake it off, and you bamf him out, and he kind of just like stares at you like, but that's gonna end its turn. Juliet.
I see that all these guys have this going, so I'm going to focus on this little guy over here, him, and I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on. Well, hold on, let me double check that real quick. But I'm pretty certain I'm casting Witch Bolt.
I'm
Pretty sure that guy's gonna get it.
I'm gonna cast the Witch Bolt.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast the Witch Bolt. Ooh, Mind Spike is also good. No, I'm gonna go with the Witch Bolt if I could find it.
It's in your spells.
I see the spells, but it's not letting me. It's not letting me click it. Like it's not letting me scroll down to it, even with me having it popped out. There we go.
Do you have any of the things?
Yeah, no, I got it. It took a minute. No.
Okay. Figured it out?
Figured it out. I just can't roll it. I know this takes away from stuff, but
I can do it for you.
please, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay, it's doing the same thing on my end, so that's weird.
Yeah.
Just make a roll a d20.
Okay. Because it's a spell attack, right? Correct?
Yeah, I don't know why it's probably something to do with the update.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll fix it in the meantime.
And my spell DC is plus what?
Plus, I want to say.
So your attack
it's
would
a
be
plus
proficiency-
6.
Yeah, proficiency
It's a plus 6.
charisma.
Okay, so roll /roll. Okay. Plus 6.
Yep, and also, plus 6, so that's going to be a 22 to hit. That definitely hits. Which one are you trying to go after?
Him.
That guy? Alright, you definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, which I can obviously do for you. Because I think we're at the point now where it's not working correctly, so I'll fix it for you.
Thank you.
So it's actually 2d12 lightning damage. That's going to be 14 points of lightning damage, and you keep that link with him.
Okay. That's where my focus is on, and that's my go.
Okay. Brings us to Shirley.
All right. Now that I'm freed up for casting some other spells, I'm actually gonna step up here and wanna clock this guy in the face with my shield. It's gonna be use my Tavern Brawler's
Okay.
strike.
Okay. That's going to be a 19. That definitely hits. 8 points of damage. That's the guy straight in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. You just... and you cave his skull in.
All right. And then I'm going to, rip out a dagger and just go for the other guy.
All right, go for it.
It'll...
A 10, unfortunately, does not hit that guy. So you go ahead and you take your dagger and you go to stab, and he's just like... and he just kind of, punches your arm out of the way.
He gets the idea.
Yeah, he gets the idea.
Persona non grata.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Brings us to Timic.
hey, Maury, is this enough action for you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to move up here, and I will use Thunderwave again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kablowy.
What level?
Level 2 again.
Nice. So you need con saves.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll your damage for me, if you don't mind. Alright, so 14. So the Mind Master makes a save, so that's going to be 7 points of damage. The Spectator, how do you want to do this on the Spectator? You actually take him out with that strike.
This explodes. The sound makes him blow up.
And he just kind of sprays his ichor and blood all over your face, this purple goo. Just all over you.
Nice.
And Maury's just gotten drenched in it today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's in the
just
splash zone.
He's loving
Good to see
it.
you.
Alright,
Anything
that's
else
it.
on your turn? Nothing?
Yeah, actually, I'll finish my movement up to there.
Okay.
Oh.
Brings us to Morvaron.
Thank you, Timic.
Oh, the beatdown.
For 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Find my pencil. There it is.
You absolutely hit and you do damage.
And I will.
Timic's getting ready to take out his Halo Spores.
21 for 60.
How do you want to do this on the Mind Master?
Same way. I'm just uppercutting people's heads off with these axes.
Jesus, and you
Bitch.
easily do that. You come up and this time it's Timic's turn. You uppercut and the head kind of just like doop, 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 and kind of tumbles over here, but the blood of this guy just sprays all over your face, Timic, and it's pleasant.
Use my last two to start heading back over this way with rage still in my eyes. And that's it for me.
Okay. That brings us to the one remaining Duragar. He's going to try to get out of dodge, so he's going to use his action to disengage. And 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, run over to the T-Rex.
Yeah, run into
Here's
the
here's
T-Rex.
the problem. He's doing that, and I actually haven't updated this yet. He doesn't realize what he's about to do is run into this guy.
Oh, Jesus.
And he doesn't make it much further. And he's easily eaten. So
Gee,
all the
Christmas.
Durgar are off the map.
Now, I was gonna say,
Brings us to Juliet. Juliet, what are you doing?
I'm heading over to Dino.
Okay, you head on over to Dino.
See if he's full yet.
Yeah. And do I get there?
I don't know, do you?
Oh. Fine. Hold on.
Dino's looking pretty hurt, actually. It looks like he's like kind of full of all these like little pock marks everywhere of like from these and from these like different these war picks, and he's also got a bunch of like frozen like beams on him, and he's like looking pretty hurt.
I look at him, and I'm gonna try talking to him.
Okay.
The first thing I'm gonna say is, "Are you full yet?"
no.
Well, you want me to help?
Hungry boy.
Would you like me to help you take some of the arrows out? In exchange, you don't eat me?
Roll a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Shit. Maybe.
Only so long you can roll the dice with a T-Rex.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Okay. Brings us to Shirley.
All right. Let's see here. I'm going to. Is this like a kind of raised rock or what have you?
A raised what? Yeah, that rock is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna kind of get up there and just make a perception check to see if I can, like, see any more groups or packs or what have you of them.
Yeah, sure.
Out this way.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception.
Let's see. Still at disadvantage because Sleepy Boy.
Yes.
Oof.
You look around. You don't see any, from what you can tell. I mean, you can see kind of the group of forces that you told to meet you, kind of over in this direction, and they kind of like are kind of dealing with the last. There's like one Duragar on 7 of the, and he's when you actually look over, he actually gets struck down. But you do see the big giant dinosaur over here looking pretty hungry, although pretty hurt.
We kill it.
All right. So does that count as my action, or?
I would say to look around for that particular scenario. No, that's not.
All right. I'm just gonna be like, maybe the next one, Juliet, and take a shot at him with my short bow.
No.
No, I don't think that hits.
12? You just barely miss. The arrow kind of lands like pitifully, kind of just short, and he just kind of like.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Well. Brings us to Timic.
Oh, casting Chill Touch on him.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm trying to befriend the dinosaur. Y'all trying to kill it.
20 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 2 points of damage. You kind of send that necrotic energy, and you've hit this thing before with that. You're just like.
Can I hear what it's saying?
Ow! Kill little man.
He didn't. They think that you are. Oh, it's his turn.
Yeah, it's his turn.
Oh.
Oh,
Not on top of him. So it's gonna try to take a swipe at you with its tail.
Well, take a Constitution saving throw too.
Oh, because your spores are up. That's a good point.
Oh.
That's gonna be a 19 on the con save.
All right, so it does nothing.
Okay. That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That's gonna be 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to use its bite.
oh.
That is going to be a 24 to hit. And that's going to be 22 points of damage, which I believe does knock you unconscious. He doesn't eat you, but you are currently unconscious on the ground in front of it. Brings us to Morharon.
Bonus action. Gain back 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points back to me. That gets me up to 48. And
Okay.
I will, I guess, try to smack him.
All right.
He's right here in front of me, so I don't have much choice.
Definitely hits. 21 for 13 bludgeoning damage.
And I will come down. That's it for me.
Okay. Brings us to Juliet.
If I tell them to back down, you can't eat them.
Okay.
Good.
Go ahead and give me another persuasion check if you'd like, with disadvantage. Okay.
We're going pretty good.
Anything else on your turn?
If he would allow me to walk up closer to him, I would try to take out an arrow or something.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay.
With disadvantage because you're exhausted. Yeah, you're still exhausted.
Yeah, I know.
I'm exhausted.
Oh boy.
Did I roll that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you rolled all right.
Yeah, you rolled. Brings us to Shirley.
All right.
You can take a step in if you'd like.
I'm gonna step up to him, and first of all, we tell Timmick quit sleeping on the job, and cast healing word on him.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there's something with the spells going on, so.
Yeah, something's weird going on with the spells. So that's a D4 plus your spellcasting. So
Yeah.
D4 plus what? 2?
3.
3? Go ahead and roll a D4. Yep. So Timmick, you heal 5 points, so you are no longer unconscious.
And I'm gonna ram my spear into this thing.
Okay, you go ahead and run your spear into the thing.
Oh, didn't mean to do that twice.
That's okay.
So
Didn't matter.
I was gonna say.
So yeah, 10 does not hit.
22. He's got advantage.
Oh.
He's flanking, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, 16 hits. Or 22 hits for 10 piercing damage. He looks like he's on the brink of death.
I got nothing else. That's me.
This is about to get awesome right here. Please tell me this happens the way I want it to.
Brings us to Timmick.
Come on.
Timmy
Come on.
pops up.
Bloop, bloop. Doing? What are you doing, Timmick?
Got some thunder wave on him. Level 2.
Get wrecked.
Alright,
Wow. That's a bad damage roll.
yeah, it is a bad damage roll.
But he's gotta make a save.
What's your save?
13.
Takes 4 points of damage.
Ugh.
He is on the brink of death.
Brinkety brink brink.
The brinkety brink brink. Brings us to his turn.
Can I?
So many things to swing at.
Can I?
Yeah, he's just.
Can I use my reaction to taunt him? Is that a possibility?
Sure.
Right. That's it. So when I think Timmick hop up on the brink of death, I'm just gonna look at me, you ugly son of a gun. Try to hit somebody your own size.
Definitely closer.
This is definitely closer.
Closer to your own species, you son of a gun.
Okay. Here comes the tail. Maybe. Maybe it's coming. Nope. Frozen. Hold on. There it comes. Wow. Natural 1. Okay. Here comes the bite. That looks a little more dangerous. That's gonna be a... Oh, it did something really weird there. Oh no, that's right. That's a 24 to hit.
Okay.
That's 39 points of damage.
Okay.
Which just puts you at like 11, so you're fine. Or 9 or whatever it is. And that ends his turn.
Go with it.
Now it's my turn, big boy.
Roll anything that hits.
Oh no! Oh no!
Roll anything that hits.
Oh! Yes!
How do you want to do this?
Hey, it's again, I've got to do the same thing. It's been happening with the hand axe. An uppercut, throw it up into his face. This time Shirley gets sprayed with ichor.
Yeah, and this stuff is like this crazy purple goo. Just and you see it and it bleeds out.
Can I do this? I want to do that, but as I do it, I want to hit and have a tooth come flying out, and I just watch it and grab it out of the air.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. You hit it like kind of in the you throw it up, and it kind of like goes down to kind of like come down and bite at you, and you actually catch it on the top of its palate of its mouth, and you can see it kind of like sink in, and as it does, ting, ting, flies out, easy catch, and it begins to fall back towards Shirley. So Shirley, give me a dex save.
All right.
This might hurt a little bit more than the other guy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's a failure. But it's not that much.
I would say. I'll take that.
So that's just 5 points of damage from the T-Rex falling backwards. But with that, the T-Rex is no more, and everything falls silent. Everything gets quiet, other than the sounds of the sounds of the burning buildings, which are slowly starting. And if you guys got there at a good enough time, it for the most part, like, there was small little fires that were kind of set, like a couple of buildings were burned, but you guys were able to kind of stave off the like kind of destruction of everything here as a result of all this. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I've got a tooth here. I don't know if any of you are interested in more teeth or fingers or claws, but we got what we need to get paid, or at least become a match. Do we even get paid, or do we just get a jacket or something?
I was gonna say, I think this is our entrance fee, and I'm gonna crawl out from under it and go over and like start organizing the guards, like put out the fires and stuff. Like,
yeah,
like call to the Crimson Guard or whatever.
Yeah, the Crimson Regiment, and they take heed of your advice and stuff. I mean, you're the Duke's son, so they're gonna listen to everything you say. So they began to kind of put out the fires. You did minimize the number of casualties that were that could have happened if you guys didn't get here soon enough. So you can take solace in that. And like I said, there were a number of buildings that were saved as a result of what you've done. Is there anything else you guys would like to do as you guys are kind of standing in the middle of this kind of like battlefield of bodies?
Carcasses. I'm just gonna pet poor Dino and just tell him, if you just listened to me, you would have been fine. And I'm kind of sad. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Once I have those guys like kind of organized or whatever, I'll come back and start like checking out the commanders, start going through them for...
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check. I'll just say this one's flat because, I mean, they're not going to stop you, and it's not too hard to pick through their pockets and stuff.
All right. Where are we at here? Investigation.
Okay.
We should have kept one of them and questioned them, but...
With a 15, you do find 50 gold pieces, just kind of and kind of all the bodies and stuff like that here. You also on a number of the Durgar, you find this same note amongst all of them, and it says, "The individual you are searching for is a drow woman, younger, white hair, pink eyes. You must find the missing.
Was right.
You must find the missing child of House Lamont."
Wow. Timmick was right, Juliet.
And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
I think Red would actually like laugh. Like he'd be like, "In all of this is amusing." Like
Awesome.
She just like she looks at Timmick. Don't you even start.
No. I started a few days ago.
And with that, guys, you guys are actually all going to level up to level 5. So if you guys don't mind, I'm actually going to remember this time. Because I forgot it every single other time we've done this. And why don't I pick some happier music for this occasion? There we go. And then I think there's like a... Okay. All right, cool. That was fun. So go ahead and roll your hit dice. There's an 8.
Oh,
Nice.
Yes.
Alright.
So go ahead and put these in your change your HP right now while you're in your character sheets. So that's a 7 for you, which I believe Morham, which I believe means you just have like 1,000 hit points.
1,000 is the correct number.
words are D8, right?
Yes. You're taking Bard, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not, we can talk about that between sessions and stuff like that. So a 3, and then for our resident druid.
Oh, plus 1 more, so 8. It's a 49.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
2.
That was all
There
good.
we go.
Yeah, one bad roll.
It's all right. Hey,
one
listen, like
pretty okay, like average-ish roll.
I was gonna say, yeah.
A couple high rolls. So good. So yeah, guys, I want to thank you all for kind of hanging out with us. I want to congratulate Maximum Sparrow again on the dice bag. If you guys have any questions about dungeon mastering and all that kind of stuff, make sure you either stop by the Discord. There's links for that all down there. We also have a bunch of links to kind of some of our favorite books and all that kind of stuff, and a bunch of other things. Anything you actually buy in those links actually helps out the channel too. So just keep that in mind as you're kind of going through it. Also, I want to thank Maddie by Madeline for the dice bags that we had for the giveaway today. And yeah, we'll see where we pick up here next week. We are going to raid somebody, so sit tight if you guys want to hang out for a little bit more and watch some more D&D. But otherwise, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.